Welcome to Breaking Point News, where we bring you the raw, unfiltered truth behind the headlines shaking America. It's January 8th, 2026, and Minneapolis is on fire. Not literally, but with rage, grief, and defiance after a tragic fatal shooting that's exposed the deep divides in Trump's aggressive immigration crackdown. Yesterday, an ICE agent shot and killed 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, a U.S. citizen, mother of three, poet, and community caregiver, during a massive federal enforcement operation in the city. Today, protesters are clashing with federal agents outside the Bishop Henry Whipple Federal Building. Pepper balls flying, gas deployed, and tensions skyrocketing. Schools closed, vigils turning into standoffs, and national outrage building. This could be the spark that ignites widespread unrest. In this deep dive, we'll break down exactly what happened, who Renee Good was, the conflicting accounts, the explosive protests, the political firestorm, and why this incident is a pivotal moment in America's immigration battles. If you're shocked by these events, stay with us. Like, subscribe, and let's uncover the full story. The incident unfolded on January 7th in South Minneapolis, near the intersection of 34th Street and Portland Avenue. Eerily close to where George Floyd was killed in 2020. Renee Nicole Good, a 37-year-old devoted mom, had just dropped her 6-year-old son at school and was driving home with her partner when they encountered ICE agents conducting raids. Witnesses and videos show Good's SUV positioned awkwardly on a snowy street, possibly blocking or observing agents. Agents approached, one grabbing the door handle demanding she exit. As she began to pull forward slowly, an agent in front fired multiple shots at close range into the vehicle, striking her in the head. Her partner wailed in horror as blood covered the scene. Good was pronounced dead at the hospital. Surveillance and bystander videos, reviewed by multiple outlets, show nuance. Her car stationary or moving minimally for minutes, agents surrounding it. No clear high-speed ramming, though federal officials claim otherwise. Who was Renee Nicole Good? Born in Colorado, she spent most of her life there before brief moves to Kansas City and recently to Minneapolis with her partner. A loving mother to a 15-year-old daughter, 12-year-old son, and 6-year-old boy, the youngest from her late second husband who passed in 2023. Good was a talented poet and writer, graduating with an English degree from Old Dominion University, winning awards for her creative work. She hosted a podcast, loved singing from high school chorus days, participated in mission trips, and described herself online as a poet, writer, wife, and mom experiencing Minneapolis with pride. Neighbors and family paint her as compassionate, forgiving, the kindest soul who cared for others endlessly. Her mother, Donna Ganger, called her an amazing human being. Ex-husband spoke of her devotion as a Christian mom. City officials say she was caring for her neighbors, possibly acting as a legal observer monitoring ICE actions to protect immigrants, a common community response amid the crackdown. The Trump administration defends the agent fiercely. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said Good was stalking and impeding operations all day, weaponizing her vehicle to run over the officer in self-defense. President Trump called it a vicious situation, saying she appeared to run over the agent, blaming radical left rhetoric for inciting attacks on law enforcement. He expressed discomfort watching video, but avoided calling it excessive. Border czar Tom Homan awaits investigation. Conservative commentator Scott Jennings blamed Democratic demonizing of ICE for encouraging interference. Local leaders and videos tell a different story. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, no stranger tragedy from George Floyd era, erupted. That is bullshit, disputing self-defense claims after viewing footage showing reckless power use. He demanded ICE get the fuck out of Minneapolis. Governor Tim Walz called federal narrative propaganda, preparing National Guard deployment. Police Chief Brian O'Hara warned of building tensions for weeks, fearing tragedy or unrest reminiscent of 2020's destructive protests. City Council. Good was caring for neighbors when killed by federal government. Democrats nationwide demand transparent investigation. ICE withdrawal. This didn't happen in isolation. Trump's second term ramped up immigration enforcement massively, deploying around 2,000 agents to Minneapolis, the largest DHS operation ever, targeting fraud allegations in Somali-run programs, often inflammatory rhetoric labeling communities negatively. Operations surged since December, door-to-door arrests, business canvassing, intimidating immigrant neighborhoods, especially Somali Americans. Community networks formed observers blowing whistles, blocking vehicles nonviolently to alert and delay raids. Good may have been part of this solidarity. The aftermath exploded. Wednesday night, hundreds, then thousands gathered in frigid cold for vigils at the shooting site. Candles, flowers, signs like "Ice Not Welcome" and "Remember January 7, 26." Mourners from diverse backgrounds chanted her name, turning grief into calls for resistance. By Thursday morning, protests moved to Whipple Federal Building. Crowds faced lines of Border Patrol tactical units. BORTAC, trained in crowd control like Portland 2020. Agents in fatigues pushed protesters back, some de-escalating, others antagonizing, shoving, firing pepper balls when targeting a man for arrest. Gas-like substances deployed, coughing crowds, smoke clouds. Gates cleared, arrests made. Barricades rose at shooting site with pallets, tires, cones to protect from vehicles, guarded by immigrant community members fearing weeks. Schools shut for the week over safety concerns. No e-learning. Protests spread nationally. New York Foley Square rallies, marches to DHS headquarters, calls in Chicago, Seattle, Phoenix, more. Minneapolis echoes 2020 unrest fears, but rooted in immigration terror. This tragedy tests America's soul. A compassionate mom dead amid crackdown justified as security, but seen locally as overreach terrorizing communities. Conflicting videos fuel debate, self-defense or excessive force. Investigation by FBI and State Bureau underway. Demands for accountability loud. Trump's policies embolden enforcement, but ignite backlash, polarizing further. As protests continue, Minneapolis holds breath. Will this de-escalate or explode? Renee's death, a reminder of human cost in political wars. What do you think? Justified or tragedy? Comment below, share thoughts. If this moved you, subscribe for updates, bell on. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay safe.